Cry, America, not because America is lost, but because America is worth saving. This is not a message of defeat. It's a message of warning, reflection, and hope. Freedom has always had a cost. And when a nation forgets that cost, it begins to forget itself. There's a flag on the porch and a storm in the sky. Old Glory is still waving, still standing, still reminding us of who we are supposed to be. But maybe she is asking us a question. Do we still understand what freedom requires? Or have we grown so comfortable beneath that flag that we've forgotten what it took to keep it flying? What happened to America that understood freedom has a cost? Not just a cost paid in war, but a cost paid every day. Through work, sacrifice, honesty, service, and responsibility. Freedom does not survive on slogans. It survives when people are willing to carry their share of the load. This country was built by people who worked when it was hard, sacrificed when it hurt, built when the outcome was uncertain, served when it was inconvenient, prayed when the road looked dark, and struggled without giving up. They did not believe tomorrow would be better because someone promised it to them. They believed tomorrow could be better because they were willing to help build it. Somewhere along the way, too many began believing that everything should be free. But when everything is treated as free, someone else is paying the bill. And when people forget the price, they stop respecting the gift. When everything in this country is free, America will no longer be free, because freedom cannot be preserved by complacency. It must be protected by sacrifice. Nothing worth fighting for was ever earned or received for free. Not freedom, not opportunity, not a home, not a family, not a nation. The things that matter most usually come with effort, duty, patience, and pain. That is not cruelty, that is truth. Freedom was not free. It was paid for by soldiers who bled, by parents who sacrificed, by workers and builders who sweat, by teachers and dreamers who inspired. It was paid for by ordinary people who did extraordinary things, because the moment required it. America was not kept alive by comfort. It was kept alive by courage. America was not built by comfort. It was built by courage, by people who crossed oceans, fields, mountains, and hardships, by people who worked with tired hands and stubborn hope, by people who kept going when quitting would have been easier. Comfort can be a blessing, but comfort can also make a nation forget how to stand. And America cannot afford to forget how to stand. We can argue while the bridges burn. We can shout while the truth gets buried. We can point fingers until there is nothing left to point at. Or we can wake up. We can remember that a nation is not repaired by anger alone. It is repaired by truth, courage, humility, and action. The choice is still ours. A house divided can still be repaired, but not by people too tired to care, not by people who have given up on their neighbors, not by people who confuse disagreement with hatred, not by people who would rather tear down than pick up a board and rebuild. Repair takes effort, and a country, like a home, does not fix itself. Cry, America. Cry for what we have forgotten. Cry for what we have allowed. Cry for the truths we ignored, because comfort was easier than responsibility. But do not just weep. Stand up. Tears may reveal what matters, but courage is what protects it. Teach the children what holds the roof up. Teach them that freedom requires duty. Teach them that kindness matters. Teach them that work has dignity. Teach them that rights and responsibilities must walk together, or eventually both fall down. A country that fails to teach its children the value of freedom should not be surprised when they fail to understand its cost. America does not need more excuses. America needs courage to face the storm. America needs truth to navigate the dark. America needs neighbors who still care about neighbors. Renewal does not begin in Washington alone. It begins in homes, communities, schools, churches, workplaces, and hearts. It begins when ordinary people decide they are not done caring. Cry for what we've forgotten. Cry for what we've allowed. Cry for what we may lose if we do not wake up in time. But let those tears sharpen our memory, not weaken our resolve. Because the purpose of sorrow is not to leave us broken. Sometimes sorrow is the alarm bell that tells us it is time to rise. But after the tears, stand again. Stand for truth. Stand for responsibility. Stand for the dignity of work. Stand for the children who will inherit what we protect, or what we fail to protect. The land of the brave and the home of the free still need brave hearts to keep her free. Cry, America, then stand and keep her free. Happy birthday, America. I hope you will remain free for another 250 years.